exist, and you just say, okay, and you move along, right? So that's how it goes. So these are not buys. Now, 20% though, however, there's a 20% that directly correlates with that 20% who always buy. Right? These are the compulsive shopper. Okay? These are people on the phone who said, you don't have to buy anything. They said, but can we? Okay? Like, we need knives, okay? You're like, have you ever heard of Wusthof? Yes, we just put $2,000 away. We saw this icon set that we're going to buy, but what do you have? You're like, yes. All right? So, this is perfect, okay? So those people are out there too. By the way, do you want to see a lot of those people?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to know how you, I'll give you a guaranteed way to see a lot of those people. See a lot of those people. Okay? It's just a numbers game, okay? Some people buy, some people don't buy. So if you want to see a lot of, the people who have the most sales in our company are the people who have the most no sales. It's just how it goes. But you just don't pay attention to no sales. You just go, oh, they sold $5,000. Nobody goes, when somebody, guys, we have an event coming up next Sunday, okay? Next Sunday is our conference. We're in competition right now. And you're going to see some reps on stage. Mike Arrieta was at $13,000 for the push, okay? So in 1 week, he sold 13 grand this week. He's going for 30. That's what he said he's going to sell when he stands on stage. And so he'll stand on stage and he'll probably hit 30 because that's when he says he's going to do something, he gets it done. He did that all last summer. And he'll stand up there and he'll say, go look at him and go, that kid, right? And he'll say, I sold $30,000, blah, blah, blah. I just made 15 grand in the last 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And everybody will be amazed. And I don't think any single person will sit there and go, I wonder how many no sales he had. Okay, that won't enter anybody's brain, okay? Because understand that he has no sales, he has no shows, he has bad customers, he has that too, but he doesn't care because he just keeps working. He just says, I'm going to get my work done. I'm up every morning at 7 o'clock doing my phone calls, okay? That's what I do, and that's how it works. However, the last 60% are directly affected by you. They're affected by what you say and what you do and how well you do your demo. We call these people the fence sitters. Okay? And this is what advanced training is about. This is what we will be teaching you. And these are the people who could be influenced by you to buy something. Okay? But you have to do a good demo. Now, here's how you know if you have somebody who always buys. Well, if they just bought. Okay? Like they're just excited. If you have a not buyer, not buyers, when you get to the end, they say things like that you have there's nothing you could say. There's nothing you could do. Like me and my husband just got divorced and I don't want to see your knife presentation. Okay, okay, like that day, like they just got divorced right there. All right, like like he stormed out. Okay, or they say my husband works for Wusthof and he gets me free knives every 6 months. Okay, well I can't do anything about that. All right, does that make sense? Like those are people who are just not buyers. Like they're not buying no matter what. Those types of people. But you're not going to run into that many people. Like people say, oh, I only buy blue handle knives. Do you have any blue handles? No. Okay, so then we can't do anything. Okay, so that is somebody who's a not buyer. Okay, here's what the 60% say. Okay, these are not people who are not buyers. These people at the end of the demo say one of these 5 things. Afford it, too expensive, not now, get it later, think about it, can you call me back? My knives seem okay, I'm okay with my knives, and can I get pieces? Here's what I want you to do. If you do demos, raise your hand if you heard one of these 5 things from your customers. Wow, everybody that did that. Okay, so that's how it goes, okay? So guess what? You could have affected them. They could have bought, all right? So that's how it goes. Now wait, I wasn't at your demos. How do I know what your customer said? Every single one of you raise your hands. That's what they say, okay? That's all there is. That's it, okay? These are the things that people say. And guys, you are really so lucky to take our job. I mean, people who give up on our job right away, these are things, these 5 things are the common objections that all people hear in any job, okay? These are the things that people say all the time. If you were a doctor, hey, hey, we looked at your charts and everything. You're going to need a surgery. Surgery is going to cost you about $80,000. Are you kidding me? I can't afford for a surgery right now. That is so expensive. What are you going to do that costs that much? I mean, I got to think about this. I got to talk to my wife. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I mean, do I even really need this surgery? I'm going to need a second. I don't feel bad. Okay. I mean, can I just change my diet? I mean, is there any other surgeries? Is there something else I can do? Same thing, okay? Hey, you're a mechanic, we're looking at your car, it needs to be fixed, there's a sensor, and it's gonna cost you $700 to fix your car. $700? I can't afford $700 right now. For what? A sensor? Why does it cost that much? I gotta think about it. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. I mean, can I take the car now? Are you sure I even need this fixed, okay? Like, I mean, can I just drive around with the check engine light on? Okay, well, all right, well, I mean, can I do it myself? Can I buy the sensor? Can I get it from a lot? Like, what can I do? Because I don't have that kind of money, okay? It's the same stuff, okay? All the time, all right? And so if you learn how to handle these 5 objections, see what most people, they do not have communication skills, and you guys need to learn them, and you guys didn't really have them this weekend either. So what you did is the customer said this stuff, and then you tried to argue with them, and then you lost, okay? You were like, yeah, but you can't afford it, but, and they're like, no, but you're, but, yeah, no, and you're like, can't afford it, no, next week, I'll get it next week, and you're like, but, no, yeah, I can't afford it, no, and you're just like, all right, fine. Okay, you just gave up, all right? And so, because you didn't understand how to handle these things, all right? So here's the point. These are called objections, okay? So please write that down. It's just called an objection. And the best thing about the definition of an objection, by the way, guys, just so you have the definition, is it's a request for more information. That's all an objection is. Do any of these things mean no?
Not really.
No, okay? They just said, well, make it affordable. This is a question. Make it affordable for me. Why does it cost so much? Why should I get it today? What's wrong with my knives? Why do I need all those knives? That's it, okay? They're just questions, okay? If they didn't like it, they would say no, okay? If you were trying to sell them, a junky, car that was broken down and smoke coming out of it, and you were like, hey, it's $50,000 for this car, what would they say?
Sure.
For a smoky car with balled out wheels? I'll sell you one right now. I'll give you $50 grand. All right? So what would they say? If you pulled up with that car, they'd be like, no. Would they say I can't afford $50,000? No, they wouldn't say that's too expensive for that car. No, they would just say no. Okay, they would just be like, no, I'm not getting it. All right. So the point is, understand, unless you hear a no, they are in the 60%, and that means your demo could get better. Okay. Now, when do you think is the best time to handle an objection? Before you get it or after you get it?
Before you get it.
Before you get it. Why?
Because then you won't get it.
Because then you don't get it, right? Okay? You just handle it before it comes up, right? And that's how you do a great job. See, here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to teach you how to do all these things, and I'm going to actually teach you how to handle all 5 of these objections in the presentation. Our presentation is designed to handle all 5 of these things, okay? This just means you got to cut more food and make them want it more. This just means you got to do a better features and benefits page. This just means you got to do a better 15-day trial period page. This just means you got to do a better bad night page, and this just means you have to do a better pieces of the homemaker page. That's it. Okay, so they're all answered right in the demo. All right, so we're going to teach you how to do that in a minute. But the point is that you just have to be assured that, hey, I got to get better at my demo. But you can't handle it. You can handle them afterwards, but it's harder. Okay, once you ask them to buy, customers now shut down. Before, if you handle it beforehand, like even kids know that you can. If you handle it beforehand, then it's no big deal. If you're like, mom, before you get mad, let me tell you what happened. Okay, they know that. I got to handle these objections before they come up. Now here's the unfair advantage. You already know what they're going to say, so you can all. Okay? Like, you just be mind readers. Like, start thinking ahead, okay? When I talk to reps, when I talk to customers, I start thinking ahead, all right? If I get to the house and I go, hi, Miss Jones, how are you doing? Oh, good, great. Okay, cool, where are we going to sit? We're going to sit in the kitchen. Where's Mr. Jones? Oh, he's not here right now. I already know what she's going to say in an hour.
Can ask.
I got to talk to my husband, so I already anticipate that, and now I got to handle that. So before I ask her to buy, I got to handle that husband situation. Okay, I just know that, and so the point is don't wait for them to say it to you, and then now you got to tell them, no, don't worry about your husband. Just handle it before it comes up, which I'll teach you in a minute. Okay. Now, Mr. Jones, we have a 15-day trial period. We call this the I have to ask my husband clause. Okay. Don't you wish your husband was here at this point? Yeah, I the way she was. Well, you know what? See, I don't get paid to come back over and do a whole other presentation for your husband. And the company knows that this happens a lot. So what they let you do is they let you put a 20% deposit down on any set that I show you here today. This is before I even showed them the set. I haven't asked them to buy nothing. They've seen a guarantee and they cut rope. Okay, and so they put this 15-day trial period in here. So that way you can put a deposit down. You can get the product. You and your husband can discuss it for a whole month without me around. And then if you like it, you keep it. So your husband won't get mad at you, and I don't have to come over and do another.